Dawn, how's the team looking about to head on this trip?
Good, bad, and ugly. But we're getting better. We're getting better. This group of players, they do pick up things fairly quickly. The thing is, they pick new things up quickly, and then they forget about the stuff that we went over. So I think it's just, it's a young team, and paying attention to detail is going to be key for us to be successful. And they're trying. So I think it's a great opportunity for us to learn those things, and they can see those things early.
Is everybody healthy and ready to go for this trip?
Everybody's healthy. Lindsay's not healthy at the moment, but slowly she's getting there.
Not something that will linger into the season, do you expect? Or
Not that I'm anticipating.
Besides maybe learning some Japanese, what's on the schedule for in Japan?
Well, we want to see the venues, the Olympic venues. I think that's something that's kind of cool for our players to see what venues are done. Even if they're just in the process of building, we just want to, show our players what an Olympic village may look like. Maybe some renderings if the buildings aren't up. Want to see where the Olympic basketball games are being played. That arena's up, and just make it more educational. The game is important, just for learning, but I think most of all, giving our players an experience like no other, and this trip does that.
Dawn, will you play all 3 games in the same venue and city, or will you travel around the entire country?
No, it's the same venue, and it's not open to the public, so it's just much like practices. So I think we can work on a lot of things and fine-tune some things, and maybe do more than just scrimmaging. We can maybe do some possessions, some special situations. We'll probably be playing the international rules, so it'll allow us to play a little bit quicker with the shorter shot clock and offensive rebounds. The shot clock goes back to 14, so it'll allow us to see if we can play that style of play quickly. I think it's a great style of play and great rules to have if you want to play fast basketball.
What can a trip like this do for a team that has lost some very key pieces from a year ago, and now you get a chance to bond just yourselves, nobody else, for a little time?
Well, I think it helps in that you get to see who you're working with a lot sooner than later. Obviously, the 3 players that left our program, they leave big shoes to fill. But when you don't know they're not there, like the freshmen, they don't know what the contributions those players that left made. They only worried about what they can make, and which is good. The innocence of a freshman. But they're going to have to play at different spots, times in the season. We're going to have to probably lean on them a little bit more heavily than normal. So we're prepping to get them right.
So why play Japan specifically?
Why play? Well, this trip came about probably 6 to 8 weeks ago, where they were looking for someone to play them in a game that was open to the public, and they couldn't find a college team. They asked a lot of college teams, but it's almost during the recruiting time, so nobody wanted to take the bait and doing the trip and then coming back and going on the road. But I just thought it was a great opportunity for us to jump on it. Actually, they have found a team to play them, and they said, and I just asked them if they wouldn't mind having us come over, and they can, we can help them train, and they welcomed that opportunity.
Coach, with a couple new faces on this squad, of course the game's going to help out, but being able to have those 10 practices that the NCAA allows you to have, how crucial and how big has it been so far for you guys?
They've been great, Yeah, we try to give our players a bird's eye view, the young ones, of what a practice looks like and feels like, and surely they got the taste of it all, the fun part of it, the intensity of it. I think, and we didn't even we only did 9 practices. I canceled the practices this morning because, I just felt like the rest was more important, and they welcomed that. So, sometimes these things, you don't have to stay in those, 10 practice parameters. If we're getting stuff done, and I think, our players are probably a little bit more exhausted because we had to go in the mornings for the last 3 days. I think it sets us up to have a good trip.
Can you talk a little? Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Coach, Frank Martin has said plenty of times that his team's trip to Cuba played huge dividends for his team, towards the last stretch of their season, their Final Four run. Are you hoping that this trip can kind of do the same in terms of establishing some early leaders on your team?
Well, I think we all know who our leaders are going to be. I think just the chemistry, on the court chemistry. You're forming that bond that you need a lot sooner than later. I think this affords us an opportunity to, maybe not quickly get into basketball when they get back in August. I think we're probably going to start a little bit later because of this, and let our team get rested and decompress a little bit of basketball, because we went a long way into April. And I think just getting their mindsets ready, and sometimes getting your mindset ready isn't always just pounding them with basketball stuff. Sometimes you got to step away from it, miss it a little bit, come back and be hungry.
How about that dunk today over the newest addition to
Which
the coach?
ones?
Which one?
Which ones? Dunk Fest today.
I saw the one where you certainly welcome the newest addition to the coaching staff.
Oh, Joe,
Yeah.
she hadn't been around the block. Nobody told her don't stand underneath the rims. I got Joe, I got Lily. I went old school and got Elam Ibium. Who else did I get? I got a lot of people off camera, so we couldn't set it up properly, but I got a lot of them today.
Joe was on camera.
Joe was on camera. She didn't know. We were just in conversation, and she kind of walked off, and I was like, oh no, is she going under the rim? Let me take advantage of her.
How has she fit in so far, and have the players really truly embraced her in what she brings to the team?
Joe is a seasoned vet. It's like, it's seamless. She fits right in. She's in practice. You hear her voice. As far as off the floor, we've known her for a long time, so it's not like, we have to teach her the ropes. And she's kind of just bringing in and doing what she does. When you bring in someone that's experienced as Jolette, you don't have to worry about some things. She definitely fills some holes for us that Nikki left, but we're looking forward to the opportunity for her to make an impact on our program and our community. I know her mom's very happy. Florence is happy. I think they wanted to bring a couple of busloads to camp. They don't know our camp has been full for a few months now, but it just feels like another family member joining us and coming into our our house. She's living with us now.
Don, I saw Elena limping around a little bit. Do you know how her progress is coming from injury? Do you expect her to get any playing time this year, maybe?
Progress is going great. I don't know if she'll play this year. I know she's probably going to play overseas somewhere in the fall. But she's limping. That's actually a good thing. Without a crutch, without the boot, I think the more that she walks around, without the boot on, I think it's therapy for her. So.
Coach, talk about tonight's event, another celebration, for what you guys did. What's been more surreal, actually winning the championship, or everything that's come with it?
No, everything that comes with it is real. The championship is surreal. Just excited, excited to, once again celebrate, our national championship, and also celebrate Frank and his guys' Final Four appearance, and hopefully it's over quickly because I got to pack.